Let's see. Hey, whoever that is. Hey. Raptors, what's up? What's up? What's up? Toronto won. Toronto won. Toronto won. That's all I have to say. Toronto won. We were the underdogs. Hate it or love it, the underdogs are now on top. Okay? I love it. I love it. I was like, I couldn't even watch the game. I was so nervous. I was like, I can't. But I had a live score on my phone. I'm like, I can walk through the live score. Yes. Yes, Sydney. Yes. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. They were talking tonight. It's been a while. I haven't talked to you guys since I went to Barbados. No, since I was in Windsor. I went to Barbados and came back, and I haven't been on. Oh yeah, by the way, I got a new tattoo. If you can see it. It's still healing, so it looks kind of weird. Huh? Yes, they kept them on their toes. Yes, we were. I am so happy. Yes. It's a wrap. They came to Jurassic Park and got demolished. Toronto, like as I speak right now, you'll hear people driving by. Fireworks are going off. People are driving by. Like Toronto, like tomorrow is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, you hear them, Mari? Yes, they're beeping. Everyone's like beeping down the streets. I'm like, I'm going downtown tomorrow. Point blank, period. Because everybody in the city is gonna be out celebrating. Thank you. It feels like it's a win for all of us, you know? It's a win for all of us. So I'm happy. I will never go back to the mountains again. Why? Tomorrow's gonna be so litty. So litty. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Jake is gonna be like on like what? Like 100. Yeah, so let me find out. Oh, I think Kawhi Leonard is cute. So it looks like everybody's gonna be getting a raise. Everyone's paycheck's gonna get higher. Finally, I'm here. I have to tell my experience for Barbados. Barbados was so much fun. So much, like literally, like it was a powerful experience. Like when I was leaving on the plane and I was leaving my friend, I was crying at the airport because I was just like, I like never expected it to be what it is. Yeah, I was in Barbados for a week. I went May 31st to no, I went May 24th to May 31st. I went for a week. I'm actually going back soon. I'm going back in August. But just to let you know, where are my New York people at? Where is my New York people? Because I'll be coming to New York next month. I'm thinking about coming around the third week of July. And I want to do like a meet and greet, or you can even come and book an appointment with me to have a reading face to face. Yeah. I know. Okay, listen. I went to Barbados and I went through a really strong spiritual cleansing. A lot of purging happened in Barbados. And then I came back and like I just needed the week. I just needed the week to just relax and just take it easy. Also too, like this was the first time I've ever left ocean because I went to Barbados by myself. So like it was like I needed some time to kind of get back in the ring of things and get back into the routine. So I even wanted to go on live when I was in Barbados. Actually, matter of fact, I do have a vlog coming up of my 2-week vacation because I was in Windsor first and then went to Barbados. So I just need to go into editing that and getting that up for y'all. But yeah, I need a week just to readjust back to things, like to like regular life. And like it was to the point that I was still like astraling to Barbados. Like Saturday morning, I woke up and I was calling out for my friend. I was like, Keisha. And my mom was like Starre, like you're not in Barbados anymore. You're home. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then last week I was sleeping on the couch and I thought I was in Barbados again. It was so crazy. The area where I went to ground zero for opioids, and I see why the producers fantasize the characters of the movies hell have eyes. It makes sense. I've never watched a show. Yeah, it's either second week or third week of July. I haven't really solidified a date yet, just because I have to work out. I'm working out accommodations right now. To be honest, I was thinking about just getting an Airbnb. But since my friend she's gonna be in New York around the same time. We're trying to correlate. She's like, you could pretty much stay where I'm staying and work something out. So pretty much once I kind of iron out what the situation is with that, then I'll have a definite date of when I'm coming. Barbados is amazing. You're coming July 12th. Why are you coming July 12th? I guess you're not coming for Caravana again. Because Caravana's later than that. Caravana's like August, I think 4th. Yeah. So first week of August, yeah. Oh, for your birthday. See? No, if you're coming on August 12th, I might still be here because I'm going to New York the third week of July. So I will still be here. I actually have thinking about coming to DC and Maryland. I was supposed to be in the DC area in May, but then like it didn't work out. So I was like, and then when it didn't work out, I just booked my ticket and went to Barbados instead. Which honestly, like I feel like it was literally like the divine ruling. Like I really feel like it happened for that reason. Just because of the experience that I had in Barbados. I was not anticipating it. I had no idea it was gonna happen. Um, just a lot of like healing took place. Like even me and my friends still talk about it now, like how powerful it was. But I have an announcement, y'all. Let me bring y'all something. So my oils are available for purchase. Okay, so if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you're not following me right now, you can go and follow me. It's at House of Starres. I've been posting my oils that are available for purchase. Of course, there's soaps that are available as well, but I'm still working on the recipe and retweaking that so that it's the best thing for y'all to use. So right now, what we got right here is we got a balm of Gilead oil. Okay. So this is really good for consecration. It's good for good luck and love and protection. So these oils, I've designed them so that they can actually be topical and be used in candles as well. So they're fully charged. You know what I mean? What you can always do is if you want just to get more potency out of it, you can always put it under the moon. But yeah, this one is the Balm of Gilead oil. So this is for consecration, good luck, clarity. I think it's good for love too, love and money. But I use balm of Gilead for protection mainly. So there's like that's the oil. There's some essence of eucalyptus in that one. This oil that I actually have as well. Okay, if you can see, this one is okay. This one here is it is Rose of Jericho. Okay, which Rose of Jericho has a like array of different uses. It's used for like blessings, money, but like obviously overall prosperity, protection, stuff like that. So the oils that I am selling, they are $15.55 plus necessary shipping costs, depending on where you are in the world. Which I'm actually still working on tweaking the shipping costs. I'm trying to work it out so that shipping is definitely affordable for y'all. So if y'all are interested in an oil or purchasing an oil, you can always hit me up on my Instagram. As you know, oh, and peace in the home healing. Yeah. Everybody in the chat here. Yes, I'm here. I'm waiting. Yes. So I have these oils here. Okay. If you'd like to purchase, they are available on, you can hit me up on my Instagram for now, just because I'm doing some final tweaking with the website. And I do have some oils in the works. I do have money oils that are coming up and love oils that I'm also making. Again, if you have a custom oil that wants to be made, okay. So for example, you want one for yourself, depending on what you are going through and what you feel like you need, I'll pretty much whip up something for you that you can actually get something personalized made. Okay, but for now, the Balm of Gilead and the Balm of Gilead and the Rose of Jericho are now available for purchase. And again, it's $15.55. You're interested too. Yeah. Yes. Balm of Gilead is Balm of Gilead and Rose of Jericho is Rose of Jericho. Like their name, what they're called. Didn't give them their names. Which one? Yeah, and you can pay through PayPal. Yes. Yes. Maurice, considering that you are in Toronto, if you want, I can ship it to you. But if you don't want me to ship it to you, we can always meet up. Like, I'm flexible with people that are actually in my city. Yes. How do you put on the oils? Okay, so I don't want to use these ones because I can't. My personal one's in the closet right now. So how you use these oils, okay? So one thing I usually do when you get this oil, I'm trying not to like charge or infuse my energy into it, but you would hold the oil and you will pray over it or visualize exactly what intention you want the oil to do for you. So if, say, for example, this is Balm of Gilead and it's a protection, you want to use it for protection. Your fuse, I would like hold the oils, visualize like obviously a dome of protection being put over me. And whenever I put on this oil, that dome of protection is actually activated. Okay. So visualize what it is. You obviously say your inclinations in it. You'll pray over it. Like this oil is used for protection, whatever case may be. You could always use the oil for protection. Like I usually like to put it on my pressure points, like here, the back of my legs. Because usually when it comes to negativity, they usually enter through the back of your ears here, on your back, and the back of your legs. And I would just anoint those areas and then just start my day. You know what I mean? You could also anoint doors with it, like whatever space you want to consecrate and anoint. You can anoint with that area. Another thing is if you're using candles, I obviously work with herbs and oils. I don't necessarily just work with oils by themselves, but some people to each their own. You could simply just pour the oil in a visual candle, hold the candle, visualize the intention of what you want it to do, pray over the candle, and light it. It's just a standard general spiritual oil to use. But this one's for protection. For money, what I would do for something like this, for this one, I would use this to anoint anything that I want to bring prosperity or protection to. So I would anoint my wallet with it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't you could take it out and like anoint a bill, but like you can't spend the bill. You got to keep the bill in your wallet and anoint a bill. Um, you could again use it in candles, like the same way that you would in a Vichy candle and burn the candle. What else is there? Use it to anoint doors because it has very strong protection properties in it. The reason why it's also like it's called Rose of Jericho, but it's also called the resurrection plant. And the reason why it's called the resurrection plant because when you see it, it looks like it's dry and dead, but when you pour water on it, it becomes green and comes back to life. So it synchronizes with like the rebirth of Jesus and Jesus living forever. It's not really a plant that can be destroyed, and that's why it has an array of so much properties to it. So it can be used for many things. Like even when you get the stuff, like of course, for every I work with the candles. That's perfect. Right. So for every oil that you get, I will give like a detailed description of like how it's used or like what benefits are in it. And and yeah, you can go from there and figure it out. Some people are not really into candles. They will just use it to anoint themselves. Some people are not into anointing themselves. They like to use them in candles. Some people just want to have something they can just use to anoint, you know? Like it's just it's to each his own. So they're all available here. I got them here. And soaps. Will you do yoni eggs for ladies? Yes, I am trying to get in. I am working on getting into the yoni aspect of spirituality. I'm definitely because I've since this year. That's when I started my yoni journey. And a lot has my life has changed dramatically because of the experience. Um, I definitely want to get into that. I already have some blends that are tweaked out that I'm gonna have. But it's just a matter of like just kind of getting things that are more tailored to what some people need. Hello, Yolanda. So yeah, there's that. Hold on a second. Where's my phone? Oh. Okay. Oh, one of my predictions came to pass. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Absolutely not. Don't forget to like the video. Oh my gosh, Drake is already cutting up. Let me see this. Oh my gosh. Toronto is crazy right now. Sorry, just Toronto's just crazy right now. Oh, they're holding up the Canadian flag. I have a question, but my check hit at midnight. Okay. Will you eventually sell spiritual bath kits? Oh, I have bath kits. Yeah, I have bath kits on the site. Bath kits, soaps, herbs. I even have teas and the oils. So that's what I'm working on right now is getting I just want to get everything out and just letting everyone know that everything's available. You never said your favorite thing about Barbados. Okay. So my favorite thing about Barbados, I love the weather there because it's not too hot. Like I don't know if it has to do with when I went, but it wasn't that hot. Because I know I went to Jamaica around that time of the year and it was boiling. So like Barbados is not as hot as Jamaica. Also, Barbados is a very like spiritual island. Like people don't they're not really that spiritually aware in certain ways, but the island itself is actually has rich in a lot of spiritual history, and the whole island is made out of limestone. So like it has very charged, amplified energy there. Like when I was in Barbados, like my energy was buzzing. Like it was to the point that everyone's like, people would meet me and they're like, your aura's like this big. You know what I mean? Because that's how much my energy was like buzzing when I was there. The only thing I didn't really like was the food. Um, but that's okay. You know, I didn't get to really try like home cooked food. I think one day I ate like home cooked food. Like home not home cooked. I mean when I say home cooked, I mean like national food. And the national food I tried was you know what I mean? But I wasn't like the food I wasn't like about. But at the same time, it's a really beautiful island. Everyone that I met was really kind. When I was out there, I was working. So I had a bunch of clients because my friend, she owns a yoni spa out there, which she's very, a pretty successful yoni spa. And she booked clients for me because some of the people that were in Barbados obviously knew I was coming. So there were days, like for the good, better part of the first few days I was there, I was booked from like morning till evening. So that was cool. But after a while, it just felt like I wasn't even there on vacation. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm here to work. Like, what's this? I'm not going to Dominican Republic. I have no care to go there. It feels more feminine than Jamaica, yeah. And Barbados is very well developed. Yeah. Yeah. Very well developed on the grind. Yeah. So I worked out there when I was there. And it's funny because that kind of gave me an innate understanding of what position God is leading me into. Because, like, you know, I always do readings on the phone or do readings like via video and stuff like that. And this year, I noticed I've been doing more face to face work, which I feel like He's transitioning me into that, like, you know, to be more face to face and travel more. So that was amazing. Um, yeah, it's very beautiful. I love the island. I had a lot of fun there. It was just like a powerful experience. It was like a powerful, um, energetic experience. I had a very powerful yoni steam when I was there. Keisha, she owns Wellness Boutique in Barbados. We had like a very powerful experience. Okay, so was the sorrow legit? I never had sorrow when I was out there. Yeah. Am I bringing the oils to New York? I can. I can, y'all. If I'm coming to New York and you want some oils and you want to do a reading with me in person, I'll definitely bring the oils. But oh yeah, the ones I did at home, like they were cool or whatever, but like not like this. I'll explain to you exactly what happened. Give me a second. I need to blow my nose. I've been taking bladderwhack and Irish moss, because we say Irish moss in Jamaica. Irish moss, and it pulls up the phlegm. So I've been having like a runny nose since. Hold on. Oh, oh. Hold on. Okay, so okay. So first things first, and I know that was gross. Long time Angel Supreme. So first things first, when you I didn't realize how much stress I was under until I got to Barbados. When I got to Barbados, There was no ocean. There was no Prince barking in the background. There wasn't my parents in my ear. There wasn't, my regular routine of clients. It was just me by myself. And I was so shocked how much stress I was under. And my friend noticed it right away. She's like, usually you're so chill and happy, but like people, like you're stressed out. Like literally, like your energy is like you're stressed. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't really realize that until I moved everything away. So we did the steam, and I was like, okay, like I feel like, because she's like, so what do you want to do? Like, well, what do you think we're gonna do? Like, what do you think we're gonna? I'm like, honestly, I don't know what it is, but my spirits just tell me just be led. You know what I mean? I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll just figure it out as we go. And she's like, okay, let's do the steam. So it was like one, I think morning or afternoon, and she has a whole like room of like steams, like where you can go do steams. So it was, thank God that I was so grateful that we got to have that moment together because there was like no clients there. So we got to have that moment alone. And I sat on the steam and I was just like, wow, this feels different. Okay, now, first things first, as soon as I got to Barbados, I started sneezing a lot, sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. Now, sneezing for me is always an indicator that I'm going to be cleared or I'm clearing out something, right? Because when I left for Barbados, usually I always put on some candles before I leave, whatever the case may be. I put on a cleansing candle, which I was actually surprised I did that. I was like, why am I doing that? But I was like, okay, let me put on a cleansing candle. Yes, I'll save the life. Yeah, I usually always save my lives. So I put on a cleansing candle and I was like, okay, like, yeah, because actually I had work to do for my client too. So I put on hers and I was like, so I had extra candle. I'm like, maybe I'll just put one on for myself just in case. And I put one on for myself. Boom, got on the flight, went to Barbados. And I had this, the first, like, as soon as I landed, I was sneezing and sneezing. And I knew it was clearing. At first, I'm like, okay, I'm probably clearing out. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe because I'm in a new country, like, I'm just getting used to, you know, their pollen out here or something like that. But I was like, nah, like, there's not a lot of like very highly pollinated things out here. So, like, I don't know why I'm sneezing. So I'm sneezing and sneezing and I'm clearing out. The next day I do my steam and I'm sitting on the steam and I'm sitting here and Keisha's sitting across from me. So, and usually when people do steam, she doesn't like to stay in the room because, like, when you purge, there's so many things that come out of your purge. Like, there's a lot of people, for example, that, may have had a spiritual binding done on them through sex or whatever. God only knows what comes out of those steams, right? So energetically. So she doesn't like to be there, but something told her that she was okay to be there, right? So she sat on the side. I'm sitting on my steam, loo-doo-doo-doo. And as I'm on my steam, I could feel my insides like I'm getting emotional. Like I felt like emotional. I was like, okay, why do I feel like pretty mushy right now? This is weird. Like, I'm not usually like the super emotional type, but okay. And she's sitting there and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing words. Now, mind you, like Keisha's not really a psychic. She's very intuitive, but I always, whenever people get around me, their gifts get stronger because I'm open. So they're gonna get open, right? So she's like, I'm seeing words, and she started seeing these words come out of my womb. And she goes, because there was something I was seeing. And she goes, does this person speak things? Has this person spoke things over your womb? Like, is there certain things they say to you when you guys are intimate? And I'm like, yeah. They go, well, they like whatever it is, they're speaking it into your womb. So that it's like almost like it's the energy's forming as like a binding of some sort, or like not even like a binding, like they're just instilling their energy in your womb where it's like, okay, like, you don't need that. I'm like, okay. So it's coming out. Yeah, it was coming out. The words are coming out. And all of a sudden she goes like this. And I'm like, what? She goes, how do your ancestors look like? And I'm like, I don't know. And then she goes, she described them. And she goes, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what do you see? And she's like, they're standing all around you. Holy shit. Right when she told me that, I bawled. Listen, I bawled. Like I bawled like somebody was dying. Like literally, I was like, ah! Like, I was bawling so hard because I had to release the pain that I had to go through because I went through some spiritual issues 2 years ago. And I was, crying. And I'm like, exactly, Maury. Because the niggas be out here speaking inside of your pussy trying to bind you. And then you wonder why you can never move on from them, even though they ain't shit. Okay? So, I was crying because I was just like, the battle. Like, I'm like, we fought so hard. You know what I mean? Like, as my ancestors and what I was going through, I'm like, we fought so hard. Like, it was a hard fight, but we won. You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful for them. Like I'm so grateful for my ancestors. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for my ancestry. I'm grateful for God that my God seen favor on my ancestry. Like I was just, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just, like it was like a moment that I had with them. Now, what I realized while I was there, I have ancestral ties to Barbados. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? The huge fact that I learned, because of course a lot of my ancestors are runaway slaves, that Barbados is actually the stop-off point before the Africans were sent to different islands in the Caribbean. Now, another fact with Barbados, a lot of death during slavery time has happened on that land. A lot of Africans have went there and died because in Barbados, they would work the Africans to death, not feed them. Like their thing was like you work the inventory to death and then you just get more. So like for an island like Barbados, that island has a lot of spiritual passing, like that has happened there. And also it being made of limestone. Limestone is associated with death, rebirth, all those things, grounding. And some of my ancestors had to pass through there. So when I went there, they were all around me and I did this purge and I didn't get a chance to do this. Barbados, I think the English did. I got a chance to actually forgive my son's father. I thought I forgave them before. I realized I didn't. I think that I learned to live with what happened, but I actually got a chance to forgive him. Like I literally had an image of God show me him and like show me his energy, And it was like, I just had to look at him and all I heard was, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. And I had to really forgive. Like I remember sitting there talking to my friend and I'm like, you know what, girl, I don't really hate this guy. I think the part that hurt me the most is that I never thought he would be that person. Like I trusted him so much. I held him in such a high regard and he would turn into somebody that I didn't think he was. And that was the part that hurt. Especially when it comes to my part. Of course, I have my own stuff when it comes to my son and his doing as a father. But I needed to heal my personal wounds with him, like what we had. Yeah, I had to heal, and I wasn't getting a chance to heal because in my life there's not a lot of me in my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's not a lot of me in my life. Like I'm a mother, not just that. I'm a healer. I'm a psychic. I'm a spiritual worker. Like, you know what I mean? I have senior citizen parents. My whole life is surrounded by being of service to everybody else. But I don't have that for myself. Not like I'm saying that I'm like sad about it, but it's just like, it's very easy to be distracted and forget about me. You know what I mean? And that week was literally my moment to actually really check in with me. Like, okay, girl, you're not, hey, you need to do you. Um, so that was a very spiritual but powerful experience I got there. Um, I actually me and my friend Keisha, we ended up going by the water. And we gave offerings at the water. And I prayed, and it was weird. Like, it's like I didn't know what to pray for. Like, my mind went, like, hit a blank. I was like, what do I pray for? And I'm like, and I was like, God, just divinely bless me or cleanse me with whatever I need, with tuition. And I'm like, wow, it's God. And I put my offerings in water. And I didn't even go into it. I just sat on the shore and just let the waves keep splashing me up and splashing out and splashing me up and splashing out. And as I'm praying, Keisha's seeing things for me and she's praying over me, like casting things off for me. So we're like I'm casting all this energy away from me, casting it out. And I came back and I still felt great. I felt a lightness around me that I've never felt before. Like, in a while. Like, I was just sitting there like, damn, girl, like I didn't even realize how much I was carrying. Like, because people always say, like, you know, you have this heaviness around you and you need to clear it. And I'm just like, girl, like, what do you mean? I'm fine. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, no, girl, like, you need to take care of yourself, like, you know, whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever. And yeah, it was a powerful experience. And then I came back. Thank you. I came back and I got my friend to do a tattoo because she just became a tattoo artist and she's doing tattoos for people. And I was like, oh, you know, because she's my childhood friend. And so I was like, oh, you know, I would want to get a tattoo done. So there was this Jesus piece I always wanted to get on my hand because, like, I have a whole situation I want to do for my arm. And when it comes to oceans, the artwork I want to do for ocean is like really intricate. So I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna do it. So I went to her with a Jesus piece and she was just like, nah, like she's like, the way it looks, whatever, let's figure out and let's try to do something else. And she goes, okay, so I'm gonna show you just now. She's like, so where do you want to get it? I'm like, I want to get it on my left hand. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, well, the left side of your body is associated to your spirituality. And for me, my left side is my weakest side of my body. So I want to put Jesus on the weakest side of my body because where I'm weak, he's my strength. So we were doing a tattoo and everything. And then she goes, okay, like it kind of looks plain because it's just a Jesus head. Like, you know, she's like, it looks plain. And I was just like, okay, I want to put Hebrew words. And she goes, what Hebrew words do you want to put? I was gonna put like El Shaddai, but like, nah, like I don't want, or Yahweh. I was like, nah. And after I was like, you know what? I'm going to put Shema. And she's like, what does Shema mean? I'm like, Shema means to listen, to obey, to hear. You know what I mean? To hear God's word, for God to hear you. You know what I mean? There's actually a Bible verse. It was actually associated, and there's a Bible story that's associated with like it mirrors what I went through with my son's father and Ocean. You know what I mean? But it has to do with the Shema. And it was so weird because when I was showing her the video, she goes, did you know, like, did you get that with it? I'm like, no. Like, I just heard Shema in my head. I was like, put Shema. So yeah, I got this tattoo. It's kind of healing still. It's healing. That's why it's kind of shiny. I don't know if you can see it well because it's healing. So when it's healing, there's like a shiny scab that's over it. So it keeps reflecting. Okay, there we go. So right here it says the Shema in Hebrew. And then that's Jesus's face right there. And then she put some rays out here, but this will lighten it a little bit. This is gonna lighten out because right now it's healing, so it's dark. But yeah, that's why tattoo I got on my head. So it was a beautiful experience. And I fell in love with Barbados, and Barbados is like a second home for me now. So I'm going back in August, which I'm really excited for because I missed the place. I'm like, how the fuck did I miss this place? I went to Jamaica. I've never felt this way. You know what I mean? But I love Barbados. I didn't hear about Kevin Durant working with aliens. No, I never heard about that. Do I eat poop? No. But hey, there's this coffee in the world, and it's the most expensive coffee you would ever find. And it comes from some animal. I forget the name of the fucking animal, somewhere in Asia. And they eat coffee beans and they shit it out. Oh, I know they're a troll. And they shit it out. And it's one of the most expensive cup of coffees you could ever have. I think honestly, yeah, that would be something that I would try if it comes to eating shit. I love coffee, so when it, you know, yeah. So that's my story of my experience in Barbados. I think it's in South America. Yeah, I don't know. I would try it, but like sometimes you want to try those things that are like those uber expensive things, like oh rare, like you know. But sometimes it's like, what, bitch? Like I'm gonna try that shit. Like, what does it do for my life? What did that do for me? Me drinking that fucking $9,000 cup of coffee. It didn't do shit for me, you know. Yeah. So that's my story and my experience with Barbados. And we give God the Shema praise. I want to try caviar. Ooh, I've seen some like people eat caviar, and the way they eat it looks so good. Like when they put it on that little piece of bread and shit. I'm like, oh my gosh. Did you try some green plants? No. I'm telling you, because I did not. We were always. Do you let people read you? Do I let people read you? I do make people read me. I do, but I'm particular. I don't get readings that often. I get readings on situations, and of course, I vent to my friends that are psychically bullshit. But typically, I don't get readings. I don't like to know. Like, I want to know, but I'm just like, I know myself how I can get more readings, and I want to be able to like just take everything for a grain of salt and just live my life and do what I'm supposed to do. And if it comes to pass, like, I'm like, shit, damn, like, yo, this girl told me that. You know, like I like doing that. I kind of like that's my whole thing with it. Also, guys, if you have a psychic question that you would like to be answered, it's $15 for 2 questions, $10 for one. The forum is open to answer questions, child. Really? That's shocking. Yeah. Like, of course, at the starting of me coming in this industry, I would get readings all the time. Like, it was fun. It was novelty to me, you know? But after being in this industry for so long and like you get to learn the ins and outs and ins, and it's still a learning process every single day. Um, you get to that place where it's just like, okay, whatever. I don't like. It's not like I don't want to know the future, but I want surprise to my life a bit. You know, I want to be able to say that I'm not. I don't know everything. Oh, let's see. Are you? How do I make my forehead as smooth as yours, child? Just get the right lighting, child, and some cocoa butter or some olive oil. Should be good to go. Exactly. I understand. It's therapeutic for me to visit a psychologist about longevity. Right. Yeah, I've done that. Even I used to do that before. Like I would always like call about a guy. Bitch, I still do it now. But you know what I mean? But at least still try and see what happens. But I try to stay away from that too. Even reading on people. Like, oh, like reading on people like that I'm dating and being like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen with us, you know? Huh? I feel like they're gang. It's a gang that's doing it. It's not exactly all that connected, but it has to do with the gang. There's like like gang members that are just trying to make money around these people. Yeah. Is it just one gang? Um, it's a number of gangs. I guess people, but they're all associated. It comes to the same. It still goes back to the same hierarchy, but it's all to just make money. Sorry, I had to blow my nose because, oh, girl, I'm gonna be blowing my nose periodically throughout this live because, like I said, I've been taking bladder whack and all this good stuff. Everything's coming out. So dad is in crisis. I know so much things have happened since I've been gone. I haven't been on live in like 2.5 weeks. In 2.5 weeks. Okay, so Christina purchased a question. I got you, girl. Just give me a second. We're here. Let's see. So much has happened. Nah, longer than that. It's what I looked in the last time I've been on. It said 2 weeks ago. My life was 2 weeks. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago because I came on just before I came on 2 days before I left for Barbados. And I went to Barbados 2 weeks ago. Because I came back pretty much June 1st. Yeah. When I went online, it was 2 weeks ago. It's been like 10 years. I know. Are we sending questions to PayPal or through YouTube? No, you send the questions through through YouTube, but the payment is sent through PayPal. So yeah. All these trolls, like where do these trolls come from? And like why are you asking about my forehead? Who cares? Like you acting like my forehead's that big. It's not even that big. You're just getting the light shining off of it. It's not that big of a deal. Like I'm seriously, honey, I'm not that entertained to bother. I'm not. Let it come here and it's just like, why here? Like I'm telling you, I'm no fun. Like, go ahead. Hold on, give me a second. Ooh. Give me a second, y'all. I was open. Warm. This is not bad. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. How much a question? Is $10 for one question, $15 for two. Yes, yes. All right, Christina, what's your question? Sorry, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Drake dropped a song. Oh God. I wonder how this sounds. And I just want to hear. I hope it doesn't sound corny. Like they look so upset. What's his name? Ding Curry. And I was like, child, you won like 2 championships. Slow down. How would your energy be on your soul trip? It feels like it's good. It's really good because I feel like you really got a chance to like be by yourself and like really like think out some things. You're gonna also get really inspired as well. I get the sense that you're gonna meet some different people that are doing different things, and it's gonna really inspire you to like do more when it comes to your passion. You're actually gonna feel like a sense of like strength and bravery when you do it too, because you're gonna travel again by yourself. But it doesn't feel like it's it doesn't feel like it's in it feels far, honestly. It feels like Europe. Yeah, Steph. Like Steph looks so upset. I'm like, bitch, you won like 2 championships back to back. Let's slow down. You can't win it all. Yeah. Ocean, but oh my gosh, when Ocean saw me, when I came back, he looked at me so shocked. Like he was standing there, and I walked in, I'm like, hi, mommy. And he went, and he looked at my mom like, what is she doing here? Like, what the heck? And like he came and he was sucked up on me the whole time. Like he would not let me put him down. Cause I was nervous. I thought he was gonna be like resentful towards me. You know what I mean? But he was like the whole time he was like on me. And he grew. Like he had like a growth spurt when I left. And I was like, whose child is this? I'm like, why is he so big? It was so cute. And like for a few days, like a good few days, he would not leave my lap. That's another thing too. He would not leave my lap at all. Like would not get off my lap. Would not like I had to hold him, carry him, and everything everywhere. Yeah, you can send another 5. Is maybe. Maybe he took this game as a way to fight for his wife's honor, considering people were making a lot of jokes about his wife. She did that to herself. Yeah, he missed me. I was nervous. I thought he was gonna be resentful because the first day I left, I called home and I was like, Dad, is he doing okay? And he went down. Like my dad woke up in the morning and found him in the basement because he thought I was sleeping in the basement, and he was in the basement looking for me and crying in the basement. I'm still stealing the name Ocean. You do your thing, girl. Yeah, I felt so bad. I think I actually cried about that. And then, like the first night, I felt guilty. Like first night, I felt I felt guilty for the first 3 days, and then I was just like, okay, what can I do? I can't fly back, you know? Yeah, I needed a break. But it's weird. It's like you need that break, but there's always mom guilt. I felt a lot of mom guilt. I needed a break, girl. If there's any vacation I've ever taken in my life, that was the vacation I needed. And I didn't even know I needed it as much as I did. Because when I booked Barbados, it was spontaneous. Like literally, like I called my friend. I'm like, so what do you think about me coming? She's like, you're gonna come for real? I'm like, yeah. Like I'm on Expedia right now. She's like, okay, come. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna book it. I booked a ticket. I'm like, okay, so I'm coming on this day. My flight comes in at this time. Meet me at the airport. You might, but it feels briefly. Like I feel like you guys may do like lunch or something. You guys might do lunch, but like does it feel like a long distance date? Part of me feels like he has a girlfriend. He has a girlfriend now. To continue to be exactly. I'm going to Bahamas in August. Yes. What's the tea on Trevor Noah? Oh my gosh. Jamaica teacher always asks me about these random people. I'm like, who? What do you want to know about Trevor Noah? Aston. I think Aston may have a girlfriend. He has a female around him for sure. Like, he's not totally single. Oh, I thought he was the guy that you met here. Remember how you met a guy here? Let me talk about him. Whoever the guy is, the guy feels like he has. It feels briefly. I just feel briefly. Like I feel like going out for dinner. Oh no, that's Marcus. Okay. Yeah, Marcus has a girlfriend. Um, you're only gonna hang out with Aston maybe 1 or 2 days out of your vacay. He's fake woke. I don't believe that's true. Does he play the white man's game at being famous? Yeah, he does. But deep down inside, is he for the black people? I believe so. I was kind of worried if Nikki was pregnant. If she's not pregnant, she's trying to conceive. I'm not for sure. She's trying to have a baby. But at the same time, like Nikki's kind of licking her wounds. Just how the industry does like turned on her, she's licking her wounds. No, he's not gay. He's straight. Yeah, I don't know. Nikki, you know what? Nikki needs a total revamping. Like Nikki is an awesome artist. She's one of the baddest lyricists in the game. She obviously has a lot of veteran years on her back. But I think the thing is with Nikki, what Nikki actually needs, she needs to revamp herself. She needs to come into it with a whole new approach. Cardi B and her surgery. The reason why Cardi B has surgery problems is one, I think it stems from her pregnancy. So I get the sense like, cause I'm just getting like water retention. Like she's still she has a problem with retaining water. So like I feel like that's part of the reason because her body's not the same as it was when she had a child. Since she's had a child. The next thing too, Cardi doesn't get much rest. Like she's never really rested her body. And I feel like that's the reason why she's having issues with her surgery. Because it's like she doesn't get enough rest to like heal. Cause I think Cardi B is like treating her body like how it was like when she didn't have kids. You know what I mean? When she didn't have a kid and she wasn't famous. So she would get surgery and she would bounce back very quick. But like she doesn't have the same bounce back that she once did. He was just here. I just saw him. I don't know. I think he left. Azila Banks. Azila Banks, I feel like I don't know. Things seem to be moving slow around her. It's like she wants to do music, but she's also on her chill too. Like it's almost like I think she's going through a sense of self reflection. She's 28 now. Well, she's about to hit her Saturn return, which is next birthday will be her Saturn return. So I see her just kind of going through a space right now where it's like I see a lot of reflection around her, like her reflecting, just kind of reflecting, like just like almost like that sense of like, you know, about all the choices I made up until this point type of ordeal. Saturn returns are no joke. Yeah, my Saturn return was intense. My Saturn return was like, what? But it was so what I needed. Oh my gosh. Like that, my Saturn return changed my life. Like it literally changed my life. What do you see with the upcoming eclipses and energies? Girl, I've been anticipating. I feel a big shift coming, like a big shift. I've been feeling it. Like I'm just like, whoo. Like I'm like we're about to step into some newness, child. You got to keep in mind too. This year, when it breaks down to numerology, it's a number 3 year. Not to mention, um, not to mention, like this is the last year of this decade. And usually the last year of moving into a new decade is usually the most intense, one of the most intense. Like next year is 2020. You know what I'm saying? So we're moving into a huge shift in time. Um, that's like we're almost 20 years in. Karmic meets fate. Yes, it's very, very powerful. I see a lot of chromatic endings. Like it's kind of like reap what you sow type of energy within the next 2 weeks. It's like you reap what you sow. I also get the sense too, like with the energies that are coming up, a lot of breakups are gonna happen during this time. But I feel like they're like breakups. They're not just breakups that they could be painful or they could feel abrupt, but at the same time, it's like what people needed. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's like what everyone needed, and and I feel like a lot of like putting a lot to rest and putting things in the past, making the past be the past. You know what I'm saying? Like just putting a lot of that behind. A lot of people, I get the sense, I just see a purge. I just see purging, purging. I feel like a lot of people are actually purging right now as we speak. A lot of purge and change. It's just like a complete shift in the new. A lot of white light though, because a lot of these shifts, when these shifts happen, like there's so much like low vibrating energies that are just kind of wandering around that are weird and stuff like that. Who's this? What time is it? Oh, okay. You know, but yeah, yes, it's gonna be big. Yeah, but there's a lot of negative. It may feel like there's a lot of negativity, but it's not that. It's just that all the energy that was negative or low vibrating is like moving its way out, and it's just like there's gonna be like a fill of this white light. Oh, okay. How much questions did you pay for, Emmanuel? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of orbs too. What ingredients do you put in jerk chicken? Well, the number one ingredient that makes it taste the way it does is allspice. Allspice, pimento, uh, you can put seasoning salt, garlic, thyme, pepper, and is an authentic jerk chicken is either grilled on the grill or baked. Just one. Okay, what's your question, Emmanuel? Spirits? Not unfamiliar. Like spirits did, but not unfamiliar. So meaning like they were my ancestors that came. You know? So I was like, oh, familiar. But not random spirits. But I like even though my energy was buzzing, I wasn't open. You know what I mean? Like I didn't allow myself to be open. I don't do that anymore. Like you see how like everyone thinks like, you know, like Teresa Caputo, da da da. Like I don't live my life like that. Like I I'll just be around a person and they'll be chilling with me. And it's just like, I'm not reading you. I'm not picking up anything. It's like I opened my channel for that. It took years to be able to master shutting it off. But trust me, once you realize and once you get a chance to actually do that, it's a blessing. My manager, Julian, at my new job has been kind of giving me two different vibes. Sometimes I get the feeling he's secretly into guys, and then he can come off rude for no reason. He's a Gemini. Oh gosh. Oh, I literally heard this, which makes no sense. He's gay receptive, so meaning he has a way that he's it's like his spirit knows how to talk to the femininity or the fluid energy that is in a homosexual man, but it's not like I don't know if he's actually explored that arena in a way where he is open about it. Um, to be honest, I just feel like he has those days because he can be really in his regular life. He can be really easygoing and loose about things, and I think that sometimes people take that energy for granted. So when he has his moodiness, it's like that's kind of like his way of reining back into his authority. But I definitely feel like, even though I'm not sure if he's exactly gay, I feel like there is an attraction to your energy. He's definitely attracted to your energy and attracted to you. But yeah, that's what I get. Oh, my tattoo's itching like a mofo. Oh, yeah, he's definitely gay receptive. Yes. What about Wendy Williams? She broke down and cried when a reporter asked her about her husband. That girl's still hurting. He betrayed the hell out of her. These niggas ain't shit, man. I also get the sense I think what hurts her the most, not just because she cheated and made a child with a woman, but I think they had issues with conception too. And it was just like we would have always had, we would have always had another kid, but like, and then you made a kid with her. I see issues with because like I feel like over the term of a relationship there was like issues with conception. We're talking about yeah. She's no, she's like I think that they had an open relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of those things that she kind of knew what he was doing, but like when she started to really realize like he really was having like a whole relationship out there with a chick and had a baby and was ready to start a family with her, that hurt. Oh, she miscarried several times. Okay. He does. He makes a lot of promises that he can't keep. He's not honorable in his agreements. Let me see. It looks yeah, it looks better now. But it's still healing. Still healing and healing. Do you think she is really going to divorce him? Oh yeah, at this point she can't like it's like it's one thing to be mad at somebody. There's a whole another pedigree when you're disappointed in them. Like she is like he completely dishonored her. Like it's to the point that it wouldn't even be easy for them to be friends. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna need some deep healing. Like that's something that needs to stand before God for that to happen. Because he tore the whole family apart. And I don't think it's just about it's see the thing is it's not sometimes in life it's not about what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not about what you do, it's how she does it. how you do it. I'm probably gonna get off a lot. I'm gonna do Vanessa's question and I'm gonna get off a live soon. Cause honestly, my nose is running and everything. And I have some work to still finish up. I still got some products to make and stuff. So yeah. Right. What about Chloe? Me and Adi were talking about this today. It was just like, why now? Like, why would you say all this now? I feel like she's going through like the brunt of her healing right now, so she had to put that out there. But I think it's true. I don't think it was true, but like it's like he told her lies. Like I think she's coming to terms to have to accept that maybe the relationship that she was in with him was just a lie from the beginning. Well, she wants people to feel empathy for her. Cause, I'm happy for Cassie. She wanted to believe his lies. She did. She knew better, but she didn't care. Cause she was like, oh, like she was too focused on how she felt around him. Like, oh, I love him so much, and did that. A bitch is being ghetto. Olive oil. I use olive oil on everything. I use it on my skin. People might look at me crazy, but I use olive oil on my skin. I love olive oil. Like olive oil, like cooking oil. Like, well, any kind of form of olive oil. What? Like, I'll take it straight out the bottle. I don't care. Exactly. I know he feels like shit for sure. Will I get the Louisiana Department Human Resource Consulting job? I applied to 5 positions. 3 statuses say eligible for consideration, and 1 status says referred to hiring manager. It feels like you're going to definitely be hired somewhere within that realm, but I feel like you're not going to hear anything until like about ending of July, August. Yeah. It feels like you're not going to really hear anything until over the summertime. But it almost feels like whatever it is, it's like a smaller department. Like a smaller department of some sort. It's like almost it's like you get in, but it's like the job is not exactly what you apply for. But you're still happy about it. Yes. What's your next question? Did you get 1 question or 2? I don't have my phone beside me. I can't see. Yeah, I'll feel better. It's just all the shit that's coming out of my body. I'm detoxing right now. But it's like manifesting as a head cold. And when it comes to me being a psychic, obviously that's not always a good thing. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just feel like I don't want to be on here just blowing my nose 24/7. Yesterday was worse. Yesterday I had like a nasty head cold. I had awkward temperature where there was parts of me that were warm and some were cold. It was like, oh my gosh. Will he run for 2020? Trump's only doing 1 term. If he does, I just say I feel like he is going to have to step down before his term is complete. Whether he wins another one, but he doesn't do the full term. But I feel like, yeah, I don't think he's doing 1 more term. He may do a term, but he's not going to finish the term. Yes, Tisha, I want to do one. I've been meaning to do one. I want to do a parasite cleanse, and I want to actually do a cleanse when I do my spiritual cleanse that I want to do, I'm actually going to shut down for like a week, like completely shut down and not work at all. I've never, since I've started my business, I've never fully taken time off. Like, I mean, like no readings, no calls, no nothing, like complete diet off of any contact with anyone else. I've never done that. I would like to though. I got one for Emma. It's okay so far. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've just gotten to a space where I've realized how much I need to be honoring my own energy. Like even like last night I had a couple people that wanted readings and there was that part of me that would like get that second win and still do it. Like I said no. Like I actually was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm gonna respect my energy and I'm shutting down for the night. Yeah, for sure. Yes, Vanessa! I'm happy about that. Yeah, so I'm gonna sign off, guys. I'm gonna call it in. You know how it is with me. I usually like to stay on for a long time with y'all, but I'm gonna call it in tonight. So if you guys would like to get a private reading with me, you guys can hit me up on Instagram. It's at House of Stars. It's at House of Stars. Also, another announcement. I just gave out a new rate, which you can get a reading 15 minutes for $22. So if you're interested, you could always hit me up. Again, the oils are available for purchase and they will be mailing out as of next week, which is Balm of Gilead, as well as the Rose of Jericho oil. If you have any special requests of anything that you want made personally for yourself, please let me know. Right now, I've kind of been dealing with doing things more on Instagram, so you can hit me up on Instagram. Again, if you haven't already, whoever's in the room, subscribe to my channel, and I will be seeing y'all soon. So I do want to thank you so much for your time and rocking with me. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good night.